Okay, another incremental update to art and the plans to follow. The awesome rolling toolbox plans in SketchUp. So I'm not where I had planned on being at this time. I keep going back to this left side. What I ended up doing was taking my overall length and dividing it by a specific number so that all of the drawers are now the same width. There are two heights, the double height and the single height. So there is a lot of modular ability both in the construction, so you can simply count up the single height drawers and the bottom drawers. All of the bottoms will be the same on all of these drawers. The only difference will be the height of the sides and the front and the back. They'll all be the same length. So if you want to have fewer single height drawers and more double height, then you would just simply, in your estimating of materials, you would figure on deleting 2 and adding 1. So you'd lose one of the bottoms. The sides and the back would be about the same amount of material because instead of doing 2, you're doing 1, but it's the same height as 2. The other advantage to this, and the biggest advantage, is that once the trailer is on the job, once you're using it, you can rearrange the drawers at will. You can move any drawer to any location. And so I've given up an actual cabinet by doing this, but we have the same cubic square inches of drawer space in that it's the same length and the same depth. So the downside again might be in your material takeoff, the width being at I think 2'3". It's not going to divide into 8-foot plywood as well, but I think we'll find when I start doing the layout that material will have other uses. The other thing I did was I put the wheelbarrow compressor. This is just a box, a cube representing the space it takes. I couldn't find a model and didn't want to draw one. And so when I turned it back on, it was sticking up into this drawer. So I had to lift everything back up. Now what you end up with is this space right here. Now before we did have this space, and I used it for putting my first aid kit, fit perfectly in there. You know, I could design a cabinet for that, but my thought is that, you know, we always need those spaces to put things. So that's just a good little cubby that things can be slipped into. And of course, by raising them back up, that meant this went back to its original height. So now I'm done with the left side, and I'm going to jump over to the right, finish those, and then do that nose cabinet, and then start doing the plans once the model is right. So I'm happy with this. This, again, effectively is the same as the art that you have seen me build. So you'll be able to watch those videos and still build it, but with the plans, you'll be able to do, you know, I'll have the takeoffs done, I'll have the material list, all based on the final model. And you'll be able to take that, and then if you want to make adjustments, then you just look at how I've laid it out. I do it very graphically, very pictures basically. I draw a 4x8 piece of plywood and lay each piece on and move them around until I have the most efficient use. And so you'll see how that is. And so if you want to make any adjustments, you will be able to do that. The longer drawers this way, I think, might be an advantage. That extra about 3 inches will help for a little bit longer tools. So I'm happy with it. I am definitely going to move forward. So once I get the right side done and the nose done, I will do another video just to say, hey, here's the final model. And at the same time, I will be digging into layout and creating the flat buildable plans. They actually take a lot longer than the model, but it's important to have the model right before I start with the plans, because if I start on the plans and I find problems, then I have to go back to the model and correct it, and you know, it's more of a hassle than getting it right the first. If you like these videos and you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe. I make it easy with a button embedded right here in the video. If you want a set of my other plans that are already ready, you can click on the link also embedded in the video. And most important, share the channel with others. Help me grow this community. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a great day.